Disclaimer, no investment advice provided. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Guys, how's it going? Let's do a private podcast. I've not done any for at least a week, so let's welcome Aidan. Aidan the Lengthy, welcome to Swayze's Charts Discord, my friend. Great to see you here. Pretty quiet in the Discord today. It's midweek. I think it's a black moon tomorrow, a new moon tomorrow. People might be feeling the old midweek blues. So let's go through a few interesting tickers, and this tickers of interest room seems to be going down a treat. You guys have been posting your tickers, and I've been charting them out according to our system of technical analysis. So it's a new addition to the Discord. It's always good to try and bring value to you, lovely people. All right, so let's go through a few tickers. Let's go into the on point charts room, right? And let's just go through a few interesting ones, shall we? That have been posted recently. Cav has been a great move for us guys. We posted the move ages ago, and we can see that price is just reaching up now. Look at all these strong bullish buying candles, and we know with our system of technical analysis, we know the reason why it can do this is because we've got market structure. So we've got the uptrend on the daily chart, as we can see. We've got a lovely uptrend on the daily chart. Kavango Resources. We can see there's some key levels here. Will price want to fill these gaps? Probably in the medium term, I would suspect. Looking how bullish it's now becoming. It avoided a potential head and shoulders reversal. There was a couple of points where price could have reversed, but price with Kavango has avoided it, and is now using previous resistance as new support. So a real key level coming up for Kavango, as we can see the buyers are still in control today. What are we up with Kavango on the daily chart today? We're up 2.9%, 2.97%. But I think we're up now nearly 30% for the week, I think. 30 plus percent for the week alone with Kavango, which, anybody would take those wins at the end of the day. So there's some key levels, right? So the next key level with Kavango is going to be the next key level of the next test, should I say, is going to be right about 3.44. So if price can get over 3.44, its next test will be the top of this week, which will be 3.76. And then if price can get over that, we've got this potential market structure up ahead where we might see in the not too distant future Kavango testing 4.42, and then maybe on towards 4.5p. So let's see how price wants to move. It's overcome key areas of resistance, and it's just looking really bullish to me. All right. So what else can we look at? Let's just go through some tickers that I've noticed today. GRL. Let's have a quick look. GRL. Right. We need for this uptrend to validate. We need the buyers to come back in with GRL. There's a few little wicks here, so it's selling off a little bit. But if price can come back in, this will validate this idea with GRL, where it might want to test these levels here of 13p. Let's see whether or not the buyers want to come back in. If not, we might need to look at a possible redraw with GRL. GGP is an interesting one as well, guys, because me and Dan Williams, we were chatting about GGP last week. The markets giveth and the markets taketh away. So what we've got with GRL, with GGP, looking at this chart, I've deleted that bottom trend line because that's now invalidated because price is just breaking through it. So we've got this area of consolidation. Within this area of consolidation, we've got this asymmetrical descending triangle, and then we've got a downtrend. So we've got a downtrend with GGP. I've called it GRL again, find me. So we've got a downtrend. Buyers need to come back in. Price will be looking to interact with a 200 EMA by the looks of it at some point soon. At the minute, we've got, I don't know where my 21 EMA has gone. I'll have to add it. But we've got the 50, we've got the 100, and I suspect the 21 above. Let me just add this indicator. Sometimes, guys, my charts just get they just get messed up, and I really don't know why. Let's have a quick look. Let's just find this indicator. Might have to come back to it, guys. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Sorry about this. Let's cut the flow a little bit, but let's just see where this 21 is. Yeah, sometimes just disappear. Yeah, there you go. 21. 21, 50, hundreds above, 200s below. So, you know, look, this is not financial advice, guys. We predicted the bounce with GGP a while back. Right, everyone thought it was going to the moon, encountered resistance, and, you know, price sold off big time. Price is still selling off, right? So, you know, if you're looking at 20%, 25%, 30%, you know what you need to do. No financial advice whatsoever. Let's have a quick look at GFRD. This is the idea in GFRD. We called GFRD absolutely ages ago, back in December the 12th. So you would have had a really nice move with GFRD. Sold off a little bit. Looks like price is trying to find support at these key levels to validate this this macro channel that we've got right on the daily chart. So let's see whether or not the buyers want to come back in. What else should we have a look at? GDR has done extremely well, hasn't it? All about market structure, guys. We've got the levels here. We've got these key levels where price since May of 2020 has sold off every time price has encountered these levels of like 156. So price has recently virtually touched 156. I think it touched 155 or just literally under 156. So is price going to have a go at breaking out of these key levels? If it doesn't, because this is a ranging market state, guys, this particular market state is ranging, there's a big drop below for GDR. So, you know, if you've got profits, right, take some off the table. Not financial advice. You can always get back in at the end of the day, right, guys? You can always get back in. Right, EUA is another interesting one. We recharted EUA. We've now sussed out what it's doing. It was a rangy uptrend, and now we've got, within local action, we've got a downtrend. So you can just see how price is really struggling to break through. I've got it price alerted to the low, to the highs. I'll stick a price alert to the low. Let's see what will happen, and whether or not EUA and the buyers come in and they want to break out of this downtrend. There's also some sort of a triangle configuration going on. I think it's broken out of the triangle configuration to the low. Let's just try and draw it, guys. This is all about learning this system of technical analysis so we can predict the moves in the markets, right? So boom, there it went. Look, price broke to the low, massive big drop. And then we've sussed out the market structure of EUA as well. I noticed something interesting with, I'm just jumping around a little bit today, guys. Let's have a quick look at CINI. Okay, CINI, the buyers need to come back in to validate this idea. It's looking a little bit bearish at the minute with CINI. We've had a nice up move. We called the move. We called some decent moves with CINI a while back. Let's see whether or not the buyers want to come back in to validate this idea. If the buyers do want to come back in, there could be a nice potential move with CINI. CGNR, let's have a quick look at CGNR. The buyers came back in with CGNR at this key level here. Then the buyers came in, but now it's selling off. It's 12.51 in the trading day. Let's see whether or not we've got a few hours of the markets being open left on this last daily candle. Let's see whether or not the buyers want to come in, because this just fascinates me that price is currently in this triangle. We've got, from the podcast that I did with Stockbox Media, we covered CGNR several times. We've got, I think it's a 5-year or something like that level of resistance, which is like 45.8. That price has not been able to get past for many, many years. And let's have a quick look. Yeah, price has not been able to get past since July 2016, this key level. Every time price touches this key level, since 2016 there's been a sell-off, right? That was a huge sell-off for years basically. But we've got bullish activity now. So my idea is that we've got this triangle configuration and price is going to use this triangle to test again. It's recently tested it several times, sold off, seems to be finding some support at this idea here. What else can we look at, guys? We've got so many tickers that you guys are interested in, and I hope you're drawing your charts. I'll be doing the back testing very, very soon. Sorry for the delay on that. We'll be getting stuck back into the back testing. I'll back test out all in one session, probably create multiple videos, and then we'll get back testing reopened again. Right, ADME is looking relatively interesting. It's been selling off, as we can see. It's been selling off. I have price alerts for when price hit this key level. So price sold off. It was a solid red, but now, as we can see on the daily chart, guys, we've got this tail bar, which is coming back up. So will this be a bouncing point for ADME? If it is a bouncing point, you could play some short moves. Got 6.55 up ahead as a key level of resistance. If price wants to break out to the up, we've got this potential market structure with the ADME. ADME does move nice. When the buyers come in, like last time, we called ADME last summer, and the buyers came in and gave us this beautiful little uptrend, and then it started ranging within this consolidation zone, but price has now interacted with this key level of support. So, you know, let's see what happens in the next few days. What else should we look at? Let's see if the AA is still doing. Yeah, the AA, as we can see, we've got a micro consolidation zone within this larger macro uptrend. Okay, a messy looking chart. Look at the way price is stubbornly refusing to break 35.10. Price does break and close 35.10. Personally, I think it'll be game on with the AA when we've got all this market structure up ahead. So that's an interesting one. AAU, let's have a quick look at AAU. Price found support at these key levels with AAU. We've got some levels of resistance at like, let's have a quick look at this this consolidation zone level here of 5.67, but the buyers want to come in. Price closes over these levels. Look, we've got some lovely moves. Lovely potential moves with AAU. So let's have a quick look and see what 7dig's doing. All the ramping, all the retweeting, all the hyping on Twitter. As you know, we've already called 7dig. We called it as a winner quite a few times in the past 6-7 months. Right, so basically we've got this macro uptrend, right? Price touched the top, came back down, touched the bottom. Okay, then buyers came in and now it's consolidating. So we've got like a consolidation zone. There's probably a bit of triangle interaction going on there as well, I would suspect, looking at it. Can probably draw a triangle from this swing high to this swing low. Let's have a quick look. Does it work? Let's have a quick look, guys. Let's just, with triangles, guys, 3 touches to at least 2 sides, yeah? You know the rules. To the wicks, to the top of the wicks, not to the closes, right? So the top of that swing high to the bottom of this swing low, right? Let's just see which is lower. There you go. Boom, there's your triangle. You see how price always moves the same way, guys. Doesn't matter whatever market you're in, okay? So price is using this triangle to move up. Let's see whether or not the buyers come in and respect this triangle. It's touched the top, it's touched the bottom. So where's its next protocol going to be? Well, statistically speaking, it should be the top. But you know what the market makers can be like. They can be very tricky. I think what we can do with 7dig, looking at this as well, is draw a channel now as well, guys, okay? So let's just draw a touch dominant channel. Okay, we've got the tools, guys, right? At the end of the day, right, we have the tools at our disposal, okay? So it's like any craftsman with skill set, yeah? He'll pull the right tool out at the right time that he or she needs, right? So look, there you go. Triangle configuration, on the daily uptrend. So we'd expect the buyers to come back in today or tomorrow. Let's see what happens. We've got it price alerted. It's always interesting to see 7DIG. It's a very interesting mover. What else can we look at? Let's have a quick look at ARK. Okay, these are our. I've not redrawn this chart. We need to see that the buyers want to come back in with ARK, with ARK on the daily chart, because if the buyers do want to come back in with ARK, guys, we've got all this potential market structure up ahead. What else can we look at? That many stocks. Blue's an interesting one. He's really teasing us. This, as we was chatting to Sue C earlier on, in the uptrend room, we've got this stubborn area of resistance that price is trying to break out of. But as you can see, what's occurring, guys? Do you see? We've got a battle between buyers and sellers. We've seen this many times in the markets before. So that creates this triangle configuration. Okay. In fact, I could probably draw it, to be honest with you, like this. Let's just see if this works. I could draw it possibly. It doesn't really work like that. Let me just do it again. Let's have a quick look. There might be a different method of gauging price action. Let's just draw it like this instead. Okay. If a triangle doesn't necessarily work, we can draw micro consolidation zone instead. Right, okay. Price came out, broke out of this triangle, right? So it broke out of this triangle here, right? Price broke out of this triangle. So price broke out of this triangle. Oh, sorry, one sec, guys. There we go. We can draw it like that. Highs to the lows. Price broke out of this descending triangle. Bounced at this key level, right, as we can see here with blue. Bounced at this key level with these candles here, right? And then got held back at resistance at this stubborn resistance level that price just doesn't want to seem to get past. But we can see now how price is moving, right? Macro, we've got a channel within a channel by the looks of it, okay? So we've got the macro channel here, right? But within that, we've got a smaller channel. Buyers are finding support at this smaller trend line, okay? And then we've got within this structure, we've got a micro consolidation zone. So we need to see, the buyers are coming back in again, live as we can see. It's a battle between buyers and sellers. The daily candle's just gone bullish again. So what we need to see with blue, really, we need to see the buyers coming back in, but it might take a little bit longer because, you know, with micro consolidation zones, sometimes, guys, as you know, they take their time in playing out, right? It's just the way that price moves. We have to have patience. This is the whole point of risk aversion, right? Protecting capital, right? And managing your risk, right? Not financial advice, but personally speaking, I will never, ever, ever put into the markets that I can't afford to lose, and it won't affect the quality of my life. The problem with many, many retail investors, guys, as you know, is they're playing with money that they cannot lose. So the market makers know this, right? So they will play every trick in the book to get you out of your position for a loss before they go back up. We know how it works. We've all been there. We've all been trapped in trades that have gone south, right? And we've stayed in them too long. And then before you know it, you're 20, 30% down. The market has trapped you. It's effectively trapped your money. And, you know, it's the way the market makers work. So there you go. DDDD. Okay, here we go. So this idea is working out. I drew this smaller channel within a channel earlier on with DDDD. We can see that the buyers seem to be coming back in at these levels. Price has already touched the bottom. We've got a micro channel going on there as well. I could draw it on the 4 hour if I wanted to, but we don't need to do that at the minute. We've got key levels which are intersecting with this new channel idea. So the top of the, you know, if the buyers do come back in, we've got 173 absolute critical level. Okay, but price has to go up and down to move, as we all know. What else should we have a look at? Triple E, that's a favourite ticker. So there's our uptrend. We've got a micro consolidation zone within the macro NCYT. We'll check that out in a minute. Within the macro uptrend, and I think looking at the chart, I think the buyers will come back in with Triple E soon. Let's see if the buyers are coming back in. There you go. There you go. Right, okay, I thought this would happen. This is why I set the price alerts. The buyers are coming back in with NCYT. Didn't respect my original trend line. Price sells off, as we know, we need to do redraws, retracements and sell-offs, right? Corrections always occur in the markets. So what I did was I stripped the chart back and I drew this area of micro consolidation on the daily. Buyers seem to be coming back in at these levels, which I thought they would. So what I'm going to do with NCYT shortly is I'm going to do a redraw. What else should we have a quick look at? There's so many movers. Let's see what Open Orphan's doing. Yeah, now interesting with Open Orphan, right? We can see what it's doing, guys. And we have seen these moves played out countless times in the markets, right? So we've got the macro uptrend. We predicted the bounce with Open Orphan, even though it took a while. That's a descending triangle break. Boom. Then price broke through this stubborn level of 28.7. But do you see what price appears to be doing now, guys? Price appears now to be using previous resistance as new support. With Open Orphan, I will draw another smaller channel within a channel. But remember, channels take time to form. So we have to have the patience. The market is always doing something. So sometimes we have to let the levels in the channels naturally form with Open Orphan. I'm going to put a price alert 29.8 on the charts because that was a nice bounce that we call with Open Orphan. All right, carry on putting your tickers in the new ticker rooms, and I'll carry on drawing the charts out. Seems to be very popular. ODX, as we can see, there's our channel within a channel. Everyone thought it was going to the moon. We've currently got some resistance levels with ODX, but we called that bounce. And that one particular bounce, I think it was like over 35-40% by the time it had done that one move. And as you know, guys, yeah, we've called ODX many times before, as we know. So I'll put a price alert to the top. I'll stick a price alert to the bottom. Carry on working hard, guys. Carry on practicing the methodologies. I can never say that word properly. The individual components of our system of technical analysis, guys. And then we marry them all together. Okay, we start big and then we go slow. Don't forget that, guys. Let's have a quick look at NTOG. Yeah, as we can see, we've got an ascending triangle with NTOG. Price tried to break out, touch the bottom, touch the top of our idea on, virtually touch the top on our idea of our macro uptrend. It'll be interesting to see what happens with NTOG. So many tickers. I might call this particular mini podcast to a close shortly, and we can always I can always bang some more in. But literally, there's hundreds and hundreds, well, thousands of tickers that we're interested in, hundreds of tickers in the AIM market. Interesting to see what Power Metal Resources is doing. It seems to be respecting this idea. As you know, we've called it before. This is my idea, as you guys know, on this uptrend with POW. Let's see whether or not the buyers want to come in. Do you see the way that the market makers made a really bearish looking candle yesterday? Do you see that? And then today, we've got a bullish candle. So they're always trying to trick and trap. They're always trying to trick and trap the retail investors. I believe that POW is going to seek out 4p in the relatively short term. I just think it's an extremely bullish mover. That's how I think POW is going to move. And yeah, you know, it's a very dynamic moving ticker. All right, guys, there's plenty more that we could talk about, but I don't want to make this private podcast go on too long. Okay, carry on posting your tickers. I'm going to do back testing real soon, guys. Get to grips with back testing. Might even start it tonight. Get your charts back tested, then reopen back testing. carry on working hard, guys. I'm going to do a new video tutorial soon, probably this week. I'm going to remake the market state of ranging market states, consolidation zones, micro consolidation zones. I'm going to create a new tutorial, guys, make that a little bit more in depth and a little bit more specific rather than last time. TYM, there you go. Is TYM testing 0.460, which is an absolute key level, 0.476. Key levels, will it want to break out of this area of this range that it's been in since March 2020? March 2020 was obviously a critical time last year. It's when when the first what started and all the rest of it. So, markets sold off, and that's when they created like these areas of resistance and support that are still playing out now. All right, guys. So I'll upload this little mini private podcast for my wonderful Swayzers Charts members and students. Get it uploaded. Might do another one later on. And guys, have a great day, and I'll see you in the uptrend room. Cheers.